Do you know what happens to your brain when you learn a second language? Studies show that learning a language increases the volume and density of gray matter, the volume of white matter, and brain connectivity. In older language learners, some studies show cognitive benefits beyond language, such as for working memory. The process of acquiring a second language may be one we dedicate a lot of time and effort to, at school for example, but in some cases it happens naturally. Picking up French after moving to Paris, for example. So, how can it be that this process, regardless of how it takes place, has such a big impact on the brain? It has long been established that humans' capacity to use their native language is stored in the left hemisphere of the brain in over 90% of the normal population. The main parts of the brain involved in language processes are the Broca's area, located in the left frontal lobe, which is responsible for speech production and articulation, and the Wernicke's area, in the left temporal lobe, associated with language development and comprehension. Language learning, however, is a complex procedure that scientists have determined is not limited to any hemisphere of the brain, but instead involves information exchange between the left and the right sides. Nothing that comes as a surprise if we consider just how many elements a single language entails. But the complexity doesn't stop here. The part of the brain where humans store a second language varies according to the age they acquire it. A study conducted at the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York with the help of 12 bilingual volunteers revealed that children who learn a second language early on started together with their native language, while in adult learners it's saved in a different area of the brain. The process of learning something has an effect on the brain similar to the one exercising has on the muscles. If we make them move, they increase in size and become stronger. The same thing happens to the brain. By putting it to work, we are making it alter its structure, while at the same time improving certain functions. Because language learning is such a complex process, the brain regions involved in it are enhanced. This is reflected in an increase of white and gray matter in said regions. Several studies suggest that the data transfer between the left and the right hemispheres that happens during the acquisition of a second language contributes to an increase in its white matter volume and in the number of fibers that provide greater cortical connectivity. For people who speak more than one language, it takes imperceptible effort to switch between them. This mental exercise appears to be what boosts gray matter volume in other regions of the brain. Given the research, there is no denying that learning whatever subject we choose has profound positive effects on us that go far beyond making our resume look better during a job interview.